the time.
Thank you, Ms. Nabong. Yeah, I usually call her Ms. Nabong after this time. But anyway, for those of you who do not know me, I also taught at Angeles University, and I became a dean and I stayed there. And some of your faculty members were my students at the College of Arts and Sciences. But this time, I'm involved in a non-profit organization which I established in the Philippines. So there is an office there, structure, and I kind of manage this foundation, as they say. You know, voice over what do you call it? Voice over phone, the so-called you can call in the Philippines without being charged so much. So that's how I manage it. And then plus webcam. And our next board meeting, which is the 6th annual board meeting, is on August 26th. We will do it via internet. So the whole community in that specific place, and we will use every possible ways, for me to be participating and a lot of members of the community. So what do we do exactly with this foundation, which is called, as my wife already said, it is to provide a scholarship program to indigent but very talented youths, especially in Calantas, that's where I came from, and among the ATAs in the Buklod. So Calantas primarily established for them. But then I saw the opportunity, why not open it to all communities? So part in our articles of incorporation and bylaws, which we submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission in the Philippines, we included a promotion of what they call is advocacy program to include other communities. So what that does mean, each community will be responsible for raising funds and engage in the community. So this is basically community-based model. And then the only thing that the community or whoever is like participating in the program, the only thing they are accounted for to us is for them to be audited and monitored by the foundation in terms of bookkeeping, accounting, all these kind of things. But money matters, respective communities will not give anything to the foundation, but monitored and audited because we have to legal requirements, including accounting to the government in the Philippines. And maybe to look deeper into the motivation why we have to do this, when we ask ourselves maybe what makes a human being, we always say he's an individual and social being. As an individual already, we recognize that we have explored our best potential. But then as a social being, kind of live in relation to the others. I think it is in this context that, being a social being, that relating to the others, then we are not growing side by side, meaning we are not advancing together, just like you being successful in your career as a nurse. There are those who are left behind. And mostly in the Philippines, if I may identify the segment of our society, these are the so-called people who have less, who are less privileged, and they are identified living in what we call abject poverty. Do you know that in the Philippines, recorded, as recorded and as reported, there are 4 million Filipinos living in abject poverty? Now, these 4 million Filipinos, in my sense, they come mostly from the rural places and they go to the city looking and hoping for a job and with the glitters of light, only to find out they end up in a gutter. So they end up helpless and hopeless. But I believe there's something. I believe I have found the solution to the problem. If we have to go back and start with the rural communities. So that is the model of the foundation. We start with the community. So what do? Okay, we help these students, these bright students, help themselves through education so that when they finish high school and college, they come back to help in the same manner. And there is contract, that they have to help at least 1 or 2 new scholars. So if that is done in a what they call continuous loop basis, then the helping process will become bigger and bigger until mostly all those talented youths in the community will be able to help each other. So it becomes bigger and bigger. Then they can extend the helping attitude to others who are maybe in terms of those who are really not on top, but maybe extend the helping scene in that particular situation. This model, the method we are using is called SRAM, Okay. SRAM stands for Spiral with Ripple Effect Motion. I call it SRAM theory in action. So it's like helping one, okay, or helping a talented student help himself, so that when he's done, he comes back to help. Now, if this is done on a continuous low basis, there's no way it will dry up, but it grows. So it becomes like a seed. When nurtured, when nourished, you know, it will bloom and grow, that kind of thing. That is the belief. And now we have, in terms of the advocacy, we have now one community other than the two barrios for which the foundation was established, who is now adopting officially the model. They have now one stay, and they started this year. And then there is another one who is interested from Mindanao. So soon we will have also a program in Mindanao. So I'm working with somebody who is interested. So that means this model is not limited to any specific situation, for so long as there is somebody who would like to start it in coordination or under the umbrella of the foundation, then it can be done. Also, another thing that I'm trying to work on is I'm Stanford University. You know, Stanford University, they have a program helping indigent students. It's universal. The reason why I mentioned this, because they are doing exactly what we don't have the money, they have the money. They have $3 million budget every year to help indigent students. Now, how do you do it? Okay, the money comes from benefactors and they spend it for the kids. And then how do they recover the money? They are hoping more benefactors will come in. So, if I'm going to get in, I would like to propose to them having this seed money and apply the principle of SRAM theory. I'm sure, okay, time will come, it will develop what they call self-sustainability. That's what I call resource development on a short-term basis. Okay? Because in the process, scholars are asked to sign a contract. So it is guaranteed that there is 100 or 200% return of investment. And with that, I would like to explore the potential of this group. This is an invitation, okay? And it should be based on our ability and willingness to recognize that it can be done and we are willing to do it, okay? You can do it as a group or you can do it as an individual. It doesn't matter. For so long, our main focus, if you believe in this principle, you can do it and it can be done. Going back to the first barrio that is duplicating this, the sponsor lives in New Jersey. Okay, so now she's adopting it high school and college level, and she's kind of planning on how to go through the whole process. And because she's the one doing it by herself now, so for the time being, she doesn't have a body like this. She sends the money through the foundation, and the foundation takes care of dispersing the money. So that's how the program is working on right now. We just started in 2003, okay? And to mention the exact date how we started, and it is attracting some curious people who would like to do it the same way we are doing it. And also I'm getting some feedback from people reading our website that they would like to do it in their own communities. So I would like to repeat, although it is like an invitation, you know, when I heard that you have this, what do you call this reunion, I started a proposal. So I'm taking this very seriously. Okay, this is professionally done. And if you read this, this is not, let's say, telling you, you do it. No, this is an invitation. But even if it is an invitation, it is articulate, you know, and it is well done. And you can see very clearly and the soundness of the principle. And for me to say it with confidence why it's going to work. The question would be, the question would be like, would you respond or not? Whether you respond to it or not, that is your choice, okay? But in this, sorry, I don't have enough copies, I only have a couple of them, but you can access it in our website. And those individual pages that I distributed, executive summary, you can see the summary of this proposal. Okay, and other things that we are, you can read updates on the newsletter. I did not bring copies, but you can access it with our website. And the book that my daughter wrote, the book writing project is one of the projects that I'm trying to do with youth, you know. And all these are accessible in our website, and I link them to your website. So if you open Sinagtala website, under links, you will see all the documents I have right now. The reason why I publish them online is because it is very expensive to print them. Okay? So that's one reality. And with that, I would like to thank everybody for listening, for giving me this opportunity and the chance. I would like to talk and talk. I have a lot of information, but I will not steal the time of your fan. And so I would like to say thank you very much. It would be easier for you to remember it. Just when you go to Google, just type Calantas Foundation. It will bring you to the site because the website itself, there's a lot of numbers.
And they have a lot of video footage when they inaugurated the Philippines.